Hi guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about frustration, communication, and also understanding the dog needs. We'll try to find a way how to recognize if your dog loves dogs or people, or hates, or not even hates, but it's not looking for any interaction with them. All of my students knows that the first question on the consultation is, how is your dog with the people and other dogs? Most of the time I hear an answer that my dog is grand, he loves people, he loves dogs, but is a little bit more hyper or jumpy. And I always ask you, why do you think that your dog loves other people or dogs? Because every time when he sees the human, he runs, he jumps, and it's so excited. So everything what is so or over is not good. It doesn't matter if this is a fear, anxiety, excitements. Every time when the dog stay too long with some high emotion, can be excitement, or it can be anxiety, is bad for his health. So I want you to be able to recognize if your dog is happy to be around the people and or happy around the other dogs. Today in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips how to start to observe your dog a bit more carefully and find out if your dog is happy to be around people and be petting or play with other dogs or not. Okay, so let's talk how to understand the dog better. So the first thing first is, if you meet anyone on your walks and you have a poop on the short lead, you kind of determine your dog to interact with a human or with a dog. If you give your dog a little bit more space and you do not determine him for some interaction, playing, petting, cuddling, whatever is that, and you give him a space, you are going to find that your dog is not necessarily always looking for long, deep interaction with everyone who is on the walk. For instance, if you stop and somebody asks to petting your dog and you say, yeah, sure, and your dog approach that person, has no option to escape from this situation because the lead is too short and you are too close to that person, and that person bend over, of course, start to changing a voice, screaming and petting, cuddling in this position, kind of trap the dog. Your dog doesn't really have opportunity to escape. And what happened then? So your dog has some tolerance for this situation, for this stress, and can stay like this calm for like a 5, 6, 10 seconds. And over that time, you can find that your dog becomes more jumpy on that person. Of course, that person, oh, okay, you stop. Oh, it's enough. So you say to your dog, sit. Of course, your dog is super high after this interaction. So your dog turns around, jump on you, chew the lead, eat the grass, is trying to find a way to reduce the cortisol after that interaction. What would be better to do if you stop and somebody asks you for, like, can I pet your dog? You can say, yeah, of course. So if you use a longer lead, like for instance, like a 5 meters lead, you can take a 5, 6 steps backwards. So you kind of create a space for your dog to walk away from that person. And that person, what should do is like do the one thing is like or touching or saying hello or look at the eyes, not three of these things all together. So it would be great if you could a little bit educate the person that, okay, so look, I'm trying to figure out how is my dog. So could you just only touch my dog, or just petting, or not speak too loudly, or don't look at its eyes? And or like it would be great if that person just petting your dog for like 3 seconds, then take the hands off and give the dog chance to decide, because you are away from that person, like 2-3 meters away from that person. Probably your dog will turn around, come back to you. That's the opportunity for you to give it treats to calm down, reduce the stress, the cortisol. So providing the treats will stimulate the brain to produce more oxytocin, so your dog calm down, sit around you, or will get back to that person for more. Okay, but then you know how much your dog is looking for the interaction with other people. Is exactly the same with the dogs. So if you walk with your dog and you see another dog coming, okay, of course, extend the lead, because the social interaction is extremely important for the mental health, for building up proper communication with a society, with a dogs, with everything what surround the dog. And of course, we let the dog approach, but also create opportunity for your dog. So extend the lead would be great. If you drop the lead on the ground, you walk away like a few meters, stand beside and observe. Don't recall, because that's not the time for the recall. This is a time for the social interaction. So your dog approaches the other dog, and you'll see if this is an older dog. The older dog not necessarily is looking for a long-term interaction. So after the probably like 20-30 seconds, will be turning the head, licking the paw, lifting the paw, giving a side position, sending a signal to the puppy. And if your puppy has opportunity to turn around, find you, find a safe base, come back to you, get a treat, do something with you, release the stress. Remember, if the dog comes back to you, try to provide the treats in the even the basic position, like a sit position, for at least 5-7 seconds, just to give it the brain time to relax, okay? And then see what happens. You can keep walking and let the dog decision. Like if he wants to stay with another dog, that's fine, that's okay. If not, just reward your dog because he follows you, he stays with you. So that's the simple thing. You see, we always give the dog chance. Some dogs, if they are trapped, like if they are like somebody bend over them and start petting, they have no chance to walk away. They're kind of paralyzed and they become jumpy, chewing the lead, biting, barking. They become very nervous, and that's the sign of the stress. It was too much. It was too much impact. So it doesn't mean that your dog is bald, is vicious, or antisocial. That was too much for this little pup, okay? So let the dog find the escape, okay? It doesn't matter if this is an interaction with other dogs or it's an interaction with people, with kids. Dogs, they have a right to don't like, dislike the people, dogs, kids, bicycles, whatever is that. It's not necessarily equal with it being aggressive, but like let them learn that if they don't like something, they can turn around and walk away. Another very bad thing is what the people do is they bring the little poops into the dog's park. Okay, dog's park are not for the dogs. Dog's park are for the owner. Sorry guys, it's just only to motivate you to start to find like a different way to spend the time with your dog. Dogs park are for the lazy people who just stands in, goes inside, and keep chatting with others. They are not bad owners, okay? Not this way, but some people just follows the stream and listen to the other people, but this is not really good for your dog because you trap your dog in the fancy area where the age is so different. Like you can bring the poop who is at 2 months and they are like 6-7 months old dogs who are already developed kind of the bullying behavior towards the other dogs. Okay, so you don't want your dog to be like this. So your dog needs a 20 seconds interaction with other dogs, and probably if this is a natural environment. So you're on the walk with your friends, will walk away, sniff, whatever, rolling over in the grass and come back for the play again. It doesn't mean that they will just play for 20 seconds. It means that every time when they reach the highs, like the peak of excitement, they are going to find some way to release these excitements, okay? But if they are in the dog park, even if they want to find a different place for a sniff, the other dog hit them from the side and kind of inviting the rough way for playing, okay? So I want you to understand this. What I'm saying is the communication with a dog is not just only giving a commands. The communication with a dog is that you understand your dog, what your dog needs and what your dog like, and you agree that he doesn't have to be perfect with a social interaction. So let him be. Like some dogs, as I said, like they like dogs. Some dogs are like bullying other dogs, and that's normal. That's okay. So we shouldn't bring them into the places where they have an opportunity to do that. Okay, so find a different way for them to find to be stimulated by adrenaline or serotonin. Okay, so not necessarily chasing the poor little poops. Okay, so what I'm saying, the communication is not just sitting together on the couch, but the communication is that you understand why your dog turned the head away from you, why is he licking the mouth, why he's walking away from you when you're sitting on the couch and you cuddling him. It's the same you can do at home. You can sit together, you can cuddling him for a couple of seconds, take your hands off and see. If he gets up, walks away, that's fine. That's what, if he wants to do more, great, try the other, like a section on his body. You can rub his belly, but find what your dog likes. That's the beauty of being around the dogs, because you can understand animals. This is amazing. Okay, if you have any questions or you want me to look at your video with your dogs, just send me. I'm gonna leave maybe my email address, and you can send your video on my email address and agree that I can post this or I can put on the YouTube, and I will try to analyze what I see and send you, like, maybe I will create some video like a Q&A and give you an answer for what I see, what I would develop, what I would change with the communication with your dog. Okay, thank you very much for today. If you like, hit the subscribe, thumbs up, and see you next time.